Hey, by the way, there are spoilers in this video, so do what you will with that information. Hi, I'm Nemea. So these are just some thoughts I had while watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that I'm just going to talk about. Some of these are just like off the cuff things that I haven't been able to talk about, and some of them are more thought out. Didn't expect to see Josh Hutcherson. I was like only equating him to Hunger Games, so I was like, oh my god, he's still around. I was not prepared to see a body go into a mouth and then chomp. What? I was then like, children's movies do this now? I thought there was like a lot more hard limits, so I was like expecting certain things, I guess. And so when it was just like, and people had mentioned when they saw it that they were like, is that the bite of 87? Which my friends and I did too. Turns out from watching some lore videos, it's not the bite of 87, but the bite of 83, which it kind of makes sense that like there are going to be more than one instance where Freddy Fazbear's would be closed, but I hadn't kept up with the lore in a long time, and I watched like the big creators at the time who were covering it, and there's definitely so much more. I only kept up with like the first 4 games. I was vaguely aware of some of the other ones, and I've seen cosplays and things like that, but I haven't seen much of the other games. And fell off, and also for other reasons didn't personally follow it anymore. I found it really interesting how Vanessa was just like such an important character for like explaining a lot of shit, because not a lot of people were gonna like come into Freddy Fazbear or like Five Nights at Freddy's and think, oh, I'm gonna know all this lore and learn all of this stuff that's been an internet phenomenon for a while. I just didn't know if I really found that the best way to give all the information. It's been, especially since it was like suspicion the whole time of like, why is this person just being so helpful and like saying all these things and like being so involved? So yeah, that was like really interesting. Also, oh my god, the actor for Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo movies, Matthew, I forgot his last name. I was like, oh my god, yes. I do know he's been in a couple of other movies. Please don't come for me. I was just like really happy to see another actor that I like recognize. I found it really interesting how they had Josh Hutcherson's character, I think his name was Jake in the movie. Now I can't remember. Trying to piece together when his sibling went missing and not being able to find his brother, and just like piecing it together, and then the children in the animatronics were able to help. So it was interesting because I didn't know all of that lore connection piece. Golden Freddy was interesting since that was kind of not really explained super much. Yeah, I have to say that the animatronics were well done. They looked really good. I felt it was kind of satisfying to see how a lot of them matched the games. And I thought Chica's cupcake was really interesting. That was like a scary, interesting thing I didn't expect. Springtrap's costume or creation was really cool to see. And I will say that Balloon Boy was an interesting addition, because I think it reminded me that like so many horror movies rely on jump scares, and that even though there was like 1 or 2 jump scares with Balloon Boy, it was something where I didn't feel there was too much jump scare, which was kind of nice. There definitely were some tropes that were like I've seen before, not like we don't know about them, but I like fresh new things, so that was interesting. I struggled with the middle of the movie where there was that tone shift of the animatronics going from like, okay, this is scary, this is something that could kill you, and we don't know to trust them, and kind of like how a lot of the premise of the games go, to suddenly we're all hanging out, building a fort together when Abby's there. I was like, it was like weird for me. And I think it was trying to relate how like the children are not at fault for their anger and problems they've caused because they were tricked and forced into these bodies to kind of haunt forever. I just think it was like really hard in the movie to like make that separation watching it in real time. Yeah, those are kind of the main things I thought about through the movie. I'll have to maybe watch it again to see how I felt. I didn't really enjoy it super duper much. I just felt there was a lot of slow pacing and confusion at times, and feeling like certain decisions didn't make sense with why they kept with it or not. I don't. Maybe it's just me. I did not like find it something I would really want to watch again, but I thought about the parallels from the Nicolas Cage movie. Might be, is it Wally's World? No. Welcome to Wally's. I'm gonna have the name somewhere, but that's a really good movie. That is on Hulu if you're interested in watching. Found a lot more cohesion there. I also found it really funny, and could be scary at times. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's was a little bit of a letdown. I do think there's some things that were good potential for good setups, but it didn't feel like a lot of setups kind of paid off. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope all of what I said makes sense if you've watched it, and these are just my opinions and how I reacted to it, and I hadn't had any outlet to do that except here. So, see ya.